Bike blogger here. Safety first, even when you're indoors. Let's talk about my bike. And first, just a little background, show you my cane and my ace bandage. I have an ankle sprain, which is why we were off the air last week. Today we're going to unpack my fork. I ordered this fork about a month or two ago. Okay, so a little background. This is my old fork. It's got a rattling noise. You can check out my previous video, fork Maraca rattle noise, and do a search for it. There's a little piece of bit of epoxy or carbon fiber or something rattling around in one or both of these fork blades, and I can't get it out without obviously destroying the fork. So I ordered a new fork. This fork is from AliExpress. I ordered another fork off of eBay, like, I don't know, months ago, and it never arrived. I ordered another one direct from the factory off of AliExpress. That never arrived, so I figured they're actually a scam, so I got my money back. This is from another manufacturer, so we're gonna open it up and take a look at it. I don't know the safest way to open this thing, but because it doesn't really have any. I mean, if I tear it a little bit, I can tear it more, and it'll just. Maybe if I just open up the one end here, if I cut open the end, I can just pull it out from one side. This is the wider end because this is where the axle, the wheel axle sits at the end of the fork blades. Oh, by the way, that's my Wobbly Lightning. I had that bike in a previous video. I hope to be riding my bike again soon here, once my ankle heals. Spraining your ankle, it's very uncomfortable. It's up there with one of my worst injuries, I think, actually. And I dislocated my shoulder earlier this year, so yeah, ankle spraining's no fun at all. Alright, so here's some more of that packing material I was saying. Is just wrap it in the foam. So very well protected in that sense. You can see, here we go. There's the fork ends. Look pretty clean. It looks pretty good. I'm taking a really close look at it. It does seem a little, I don't know if the camera can check it, but it does seem a little rough on this fork end here, so we'll just have to see, take a real good look at it, make sure it's safe to ride, and then ride on it a little slowly. So see, I think I can just pull this out. There we go. So here we go. Let's take off the rest of the foam and take a look at this fork. And the first test is shake it. I don't hear any rattling noise, so thank goodness. So here's the fork. It's just a basic black fork. And my intent, and the reason why I tried to order another fork like this one, was I was looking for the exact same fork I had. It might be kind of hard to tell in the video. The fork is very similar. Obviously there's no crown race, or what you call it, here on the fork yet. I bought one and I will install it. The crown race matches with the headset. I had a video about headsets. So if you look at the fork blades, this one here, my older fork, looks a little chunkier. If you look at the fork ends and how they're angled, that will affect, the trail of the bike, geometry thing. But generally, I think these are about the exact same lengthwise. As you can tell, the new fork is longer with the steerer tube, which is great because you don't want it too short. Otherwise, you'd be leaning down too far. So I can just cut the fork so everything geometry-wise will be about the same. And headset, I can reuse maybe the headset. I have to buy a new crown race because I don't have a puller tool. I could go to the bike shop, I guess, but bike shop's very busy right now, which is good for the local bike shops. People standing in line outdoors. See that almost every day. So they're doing good business. So yeah, just taking a look at taking a look at these fork ends. They look good. See, I was taking a look at this one. It looks a little rough here. I'm not sure if I'm going to file that down or not. I don't know if that really even matters there. The very, very tippy end of the fork there. As long as, you know, this is solid. I think this is, because I think that's what it said. It said it was full carbon, and these fork ends might even be carbon. They're not. I don't think they're steel. I could get a magnet and check. But the whole fork is carbon. It is full carbon. This is carbon. So another thing you want to check, you want to look down the steer tube with a flashlight. Make sure you don't see, you know, debris and things, you know, coming apart inside there to make sure it's safe. Take a very good look at the blades, and like I say, especially at the ends, check for cracks. Sometimes they're microscopic and you can't see them, but just for safety. And then, so I'm going to put this fork on my bike, and I can finally ride my bike again. This pandemic has had me off my bike throughout the whole pandemic, basically, the last 6 to 9 months here. I've been trying to get a fork from China, and I finally got it. It seems to be hit or miss, and especially during the pandemic, you know, early on, at least China had trouble getting stuff out because they were dealing with a lot of issues in their factories. So here we go. We'll just slip the fork up into the head tube here. And you can see there, it meshes pretty much perfectly there. The color's black, so it matches the frame. I'll just need to cut down the fork, and it looks good to go. Thanks for watching.